It's that time of year again, and no, I'm not talking about Christmas, I'm not talking about tax prep, I'm talking about when gun tubers start making top 5 videos for the year. Doing the same thing here on GBGuns, but a little bit differently. First off, this one is about you guys, your top 5 guns of 2023. I went back through all of the videos, over 100 videos this year, and looked at what had the top views. Was that because of the algorithm, or was that because the gun was popular? Let's talk about that as we go through these top 5. The other thing I did differently is I'm making 2 videos. You're getting this one, your top 5, and then there'll be another video, my choice, things that were significant to me in 2023. Let's get to it. Coming in 5th place was the Taurus TS9. Interesting gun. Funny story on this, when I saw the news that it was coming to the US, I was really excited because I'd heard about it a lot from our friends in South America. I'm a fan of Bubit's guns. I've got the BB-Tex BB6, we have the Kimber R7 Mako, and this was another gun using the Bubit's improved action. You see that the top of the slide is closed off there. I've explained that ad nauseum in other videos, won't do it here, but Taurus never replied to me, so bought one and took the range to review. Is the viewership on this thing because it's different? Because it's a Taurus? Was it international? You guys tell me, because I haven't seen a whole lot out there on these things. I thought it felt like a good quality duty gun. The Bubit's action type certainly smoothed some things, but there was some weirdness with the gun. For example, the safeties being non-functional. I understand some people had boxes that said no safety, but why that was like that, I don't know. There was no listing on the one that I ordered. But it's a decent mullet gun. Mullet because we've got a compact size slide and a full size frame, so you've got the whole hand on there. While that does make it a little harder to conceal, that also means it's a lot more comfortable on the range. Taurus TS9. Did you guys like it, or is that just the algorithm pushing it? Number 4, another Taurus. This is the TX22 Compact, which feels and holds about like your standard compact firearm, but of course fires 22. Decent capacity, decent trigger. I've got one of these Siley Cat Pro optics on here as sort of my budget fun range toy. Where I thought Taurus kind of missed it with this is if they made it more like one of their regular 9mm guns, then it could be a true training transitional gun for it. Instead, the grip shape and size and overall handling is different from their main line of carry guns, which while you can learn to shoot with this, it's not exactly a one-for-one replacement like Walther and Graham Power have done, where you can get essentially the same gun, just chambered in 22. But very enjoyable pistol to shoot. Semi-open top slide helps with the ejection. I don't remember having any real issues with this thing. Thought it was a pretty decent gun. I was late to the game in reviewing this because, well, we weren't part of the launch and Taurus doesn't send stuff. This came a bit later, but it was still a popular video and feels great in my hands. Now I've got, as you guys know, banana hands, XXL gloves. I'm curious to hear from those of you that own one, because I know there's a lot of them out there, how this fits in smaller hands. Does it work as a youth pistol? Does it work as a small to medium pistol? Because otherwise I think it's pretty darn good. I was really impressed. That's number 4. Number 3 was a fun one for me, the Canik METE SF, and this is the size combo that kind of snuck under the radar. It was released without a whole lot of fanfare. Everyone was focused on the other METE models, but this is your 4-inch barreled, 15-round Glock 19 classic compact size combo. I think this should have been the one that people were looking at to compare it against the other guns, because the SFT is a little longer in the slide, the SFx is a big gun and obviously competition oriented. This is your compact, and as far as compacts go, I gotta agree with you guys on this being right up there. You get an incredible package, feature rich, lots of potential to make this whatever you want. In fact, it's wearing a Shield RMSC because Tia has used this in courses and loves it. The included magwell, great for scooping the fingers and trapping your hand on there for really good grip on what's already a comfortable frame. I totally agree. Number 3, I mean, maybe it could have been higher. You guys might be interested to see what the top 2 were. Number 2 was this beast, which I'm barely holding on to because with these lock brass grips, it weighs in at 3 pounds. I have a video planned for that, comparing it with the rival polymer. Cool gun, definitely set for the competition stage with that heft. Man, this thing's heavy with these brass grips. It's ridiculous. I believe the popularity with this is largely to do with the Walther Q5 match steel frame. Of course, now they have the PDP steel frame. But when that Walther came out, it was, here is a super heavy gun that's comfy to shoot because that weight soaks up recoil. Also helps sort of steady your hand. Makes it very easy to shoot accurately. But that gun was really expensive, at least for the time and compared to other things on the market. Whereas the Canik Rival S, I don't know if the camera can see it here, you can definitely see it in the tabletop video, appears to be cast versus a CNC. I mean, obviously they have to finish it off with CNC, but it appears like the general shape of it is a casting, and that helps keep the cost down, and that made this much more affordable, which lets you spend money on stuff like brass grips from Lock or being able to actually put an optic on it. But it's one of those range queen, competition oriented, just go out and really enjoy your shooting potential kind of guns. That's, I think, more affordable, puts it into the price range that average Joes can purchase. And the number 1, another Canik. Really, over 100 videos, and you guys chose 2 Tauri and 3 Caniks. The Canik MC9, also in the Mete line, which included all those upgrades that we covered when the Metes launched. I totally agree with you on this one. In fact, we have 2 of them. This is the original review gun, and Tia bought one for herself and used it for carry. In fact, when she got her Rangemaster certification as an instructor, she used the MC9 in that class. Normally, using a micro compact for any type of competition type environment, you know, when you've got to do shooting for times and drills and things, gives you all the disadvantages. The MC9 is probably one of the most manageable, most shootable of the micro compacts, if not the. It really, really changed my opinion on micro compacts and what they can be, and they did that by not shrinking the magazines. It's the same magazine width that goes in the regulars. In fact, this is the mag out of the METE SF. Look at that. It works in this gun. The MC9, size-wise, is kind of closer to what used to be called a subcompact versus a micro-compact. They just kind of bridged that gap and made a gun that was big enough to hold on to and shoot well, but still much smaller than a compact or your standard subcompact. So I think they did a great job with that. Not surprised to see 3 Caniks on this list. I'm really curious to hear from you guys where these firearms fit on your list and what your top 5 of the 2023 on GBGuns were. This is purely going off of view count, but not a fun twist on the classic GunTuber top 5 clickbaity thing. I'm not doing clickbait, just telling you guys what you watched. And thanks for watching.